What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? Alright guys, I will address the elephant in the room. Apparently yesterday I made what people might call an L take. In terms of the whole situation when it comes to the Nickmercs situation. Apparently there was some added context that I was not aware of. Specifically, he said they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue in response to this whole tweet here. We talked about it on Monday. If you don't know, go back to it. But the TLDR is that, yeah, this was the tweet and the thread and the whole response thing that made a lot of big baby rage mad. And a lot of people saying that I gave an L take because I didn't provide the context of the fact that Nickmercs actually had a response to this tweet. He made a video. Now, I'm going to show you guys the video because whenever I talk about a subject, I like to make sure that all sides of the story is put in place, okay? I like to give the full picture. That is, I guess, me being a news reporter or a journalist, so it's important that, you know, sides are not being hushed or silenced, you know, therefore pushing certain agendas. Now, before a lot of you guys get your whole political panties in a bunch, okay? Let's just talk, okay? 101, face-to-face, human to human, okay? Omni to you guys, all right? I love all y'all, all right? Y'all know that. And when it comes to situations like this, when it comes to context, obviously I want to provide the full context, the full story, because I think it's better to objectively approach things with as much information as possible and then kind of give like judgment on that. I didn't realize that Nickmercs made a reply, so that's on me. But also, my initial reply based off Nickmercs was based off that single tweet, okay? And I want you guys to know that even if there was more context, even if he did provide more value after said tweet, there is a large amount of people who have no idea that exists. A lot of people just see this one tweet and they have to make a judgment based on that. So here's the added context, okay? This fight that happened between anti-LGBT protesters and pro-LGBT demonstrators has to do with a school board voting where they recognize June as Pride Month. For additional context, the protests come just days after the LA Unified School District Board of Education also faced protests against its resolution to incorporate lessons and programs related to the LGBTQ community and history. Separately, a transgender teacher's pride flag was burned by an intruder at the North Hollywood Elementary School in late May. Nickmercs made a response on his Twitch channel, okay? Just again, for reference, this was not posted on his Twitter, okay? This wasn't public information. This was something that you probably only saw if you follow Nickmercs or some other news company posted this information as a clip on Twitter as well. To give more further context to the fact that sometimes it's hard to find context when it's not explicitly stated, specifically also in the same thread like he did on Twitter.
No, how do I put this? I gotta be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. Most of my intention.
Yeah, I made a lot of people mad by saying that your tweet was kind of garbage out of context. Okay, let's look at this context. What are you trying to say, bro?
I mean, listen, my wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. You know, we seen these kinds of videos. It's sad, you know. But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I'm trying to keep it really simple, okay, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
So, you know, the video bothered me, right? And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. That wasn't what it was. Now,
let me just pause, okay? Because I understand what he is saying to a large extent, okay? I don't have kids of my own, but there are some things that I want to talk to my kids like one-on-one, like person to person, like, yo, specifically, I want to talk to my kids what it means to be black. in America. I want to educate them and let them know that, hey man, being black is kind of wild and it's got some of its pros, but there's a lot of freaking cons, man, and you're going to be seen differently and things are going to happen to you that you don't want to happen to you. I understand the concept of wanting to teach your kids something that probably won't be educated to you properly in school. What I'm trying to understand is what is it that parents don't want kids to learn or be taught in school specifically, right? Like, I think they're okay. I would hope that they're okay with kids learning about Black history, you know, and having Black History Month and that being something that's represented in schools. I would hope that's also something that they're okay with. I would also hope that they would be okay with teaching kids about the concept of LGBTQ history, okay? At the very least, they need to know that there has been a very strong, huge movement when it comes to the LGBT community. That's something that you should probably be made aware of. It's an event in itself. Nickmercs hasn't said in this video so far what he doesn't want his kids to learn about yet. Maybe he'll provide some more context with that, but I'm just trying to understand specifically, what don't you want your kids to know? Is it that gay people exist? That there are gay people? Like, they don't want them to know that that's a thing? Because, like, it's a thing, right? It's not going away, but I'm just curious, right?
Now, listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fair, yeah.
We can agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth. I've said things in my past. I've done things in my past. We all have. Okay. People grow. People get better. It's part of life, man. Okay.
Listen, if I'm going to give Nickmercs the benefit of the doubt, I won't call him homophobic. Okay. I won't, just to give him the benefit of the doubt. That's not what he is. If he's saying that's not what he is, that's not what he is. The thing that I'm trying to communicate is that a lot of people who are homophobic use that same lingo and that same language. Okay. It might not be you. Maybe you are on the side where you want to educate your kids in a proper way and be a father, right? That's you. Okay, that's you. You're not homophobic. You're cool with the gays, all right? But you have to agree that a lot of people who are not cool with the LGBT, who are very anti-LGBT as a whole, use that exact same language to push agendas to kind of suppress them, all right? Can we at least recognize that if you're not the person in this video who's homophobic, that there are people who are supporting him who are homophobic, specifically that statement? There are two sides here on part of one side of the antis, right? I think we can both agree that there are bad faith players on all sides of the agendas here. People who are trying to take advantage of the situation, people who have a lot of actual hatred, and then you got like the normal people in the circle who are just trying to push out reasonable concepts and ideas on both sides.
I've grown a lot as a human being on planet. I'm sure we all have. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one, and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that.
About stuff
and
like
that was the tweet. That was the tweet. You can take the tweet if you want, and you can spin it, flip it, flop it, quote tweet it. You can put 10 paragraphs on top of it. You can do whatever you want to it to make you feel better if that's what you want to do. But that was the tweet. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that. Listen, fellas, guys, gentlemen, ladies, everyone. Nickmercs' response was so vague that yes, it could be spun into any way you want. But guys, his response was to a video where there was a fight breaking out between the pros versus the antis. And I don't think it's not safe to assume that when he replies like that, that majority of the antis are going to basically support him. Is it really so far-fetched for people to look at this vague tweet and think like, wow, is this an attack on like the Pride Month people, on the LGBT? Like, I feel like that's not very far-fetched.
So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody.
Okay.
I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweaks. I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. You know, I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make by tweeting my response.
Okay.
You know, and I do want to apologize to Puckett though. I feel like I might have brought a little bit of shit his way, man. I didn't mean to do that. But
Okay.
like I'm saying, man, I look down at that little homie in the other room in there, bro. It's my whole world now. You know, It's a different perspective. I know a lot of you guys know it firsthand, but for those that don't, it's a different perspective.
Okay.
I know there's probably a lot of people in the M fam that, you know, were disappointed by that potentially, but I hope this clears it up.
Okay.
You know, I'm not trying to piss you all off, and I don't want you to be, you know, I want you to be proud. I don't want you to be disappointed in me. I know a lot of you guys were, but hopefully after explaining it, you guys get where I'm coming from and you understand that that wasn't really my intention. Okay.
All right, cool. So we'll stop right there. Okay. He said it wasn't his intention. He made a vague tweet. The tweet did not come off well, and he is now giving more added clarification to be like, hey, it wasn't like that. So yeah, that's the added context of the Nickmercs situation. Okay. And just for reference, I believe him. I don't think he's homophobic. If he says that he's not and he says he didn't mean to do so, I'm going to believe him. I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. For those of you guys who are being like, yo, Omni, you're a social justice warrior. Nah, bro. I'm just out here trying to protect unprotected communities. Okay. There's a lot of these people who get hate already just by existing. So yes, I'm going to try to stand up in defense, especially when there's a vague tweet from somebody who has like crazy amounts of followers, influencers who have people in his community that might actually hate gay people, right? Like I'm trying to protect people. And when it comes to protecting the kids, I'm curious what he means in terms of what he doesn't want to be taught in school, right? Does he not want his kids to learn about the LGBT community? Like, he's okay with Black History Month, I'm sure, right? Like, like what specifically does he not want kids to learn? I always is curious, right? Because I remember growing up as a kid, and growing up, I learned about the concept of you know, men and women liking each other through Disney movies. You know, like I'd watch that at the Prince and the Princess Disney movies. It's already being ingrained in our head that straight people exist, right? So like, are we trying to not normalize the concept that the gay people exist? Like that other type of people don't exist? Is that what we're trying to prevent kids from learning? What specifically? Yeah, guys, that's the entirety situation in the nutshell. With the added context from Nickmercs, I understand a lot more where he's coming from when it comes to teaching your kids and being the person to tell them, you know, how things work in this world from their perspective, and not having an outside source with teachers. You know, you might have people who are teachers who are, you know, bad faith actors. I hate using that word, but might be pushing their own specific agenda, right? And so sometimes it's important that when you're trying to educate your kids, that it comes from your mouth specifically. If I'm going to teach my kids when it comes to being Black, I want it to come from me. Okay, I don't want some white teacher telling my kids about what it means to be Black. So I can basically understand what he means in terms of educating your child from your own point of view, and as a father as well. I'm okay with that. The only concern that I have is specifically is what is that education look like, and what is it that you are trying to prevent actual kids from learning? Because when it comes to history, I feel like that would be weird to not teach that something exists, right? It'd be weird to basically block out the fact that something is happening, a movement is happening. That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't think Nickmercs is homophobic, okay? I don't think he's anti-LGBTQ, and with the added context, it does make me feel a lot better. But I feel like we can all agree just that vague tweet by itself man, it can be spun in 50 freaking million ways, but usually it looks really bad when it comes to what that scenario was. Last but not least, talking to you guys, because the reason why I hate talking about, I guess, like politics, and specifically I feel like this is more towards human rights, is because I don't like creating divides between you and I, you know, and the people in the comments and fights and stuff based on beliefs. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to kind of give the news, but I'm also here to talk about things that matter. There's a couple of you guys who were like, nah, don't give Nickmercs a platform, you know, don't let him talk about spill yada yada yada. No, that's not what we do here, okay? We try to come into everything as objectively as possible. More information is always better, okay? Unless that person was a freaking Nazi, right? Obviously, I'm not going to platform somebody like that. But outside of that, like, no, Nickmercs is not to be comparable with that. So it's important to have all the information, especially as me being a journalist type person. There's no way that I'm going to omit information purposely. I think we all can protect everybody, right? We can protect the kids and we can protect the LGBT community in the right way, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be one or the freaking other. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like it's more important to bring people together and not split people apart so that we can all live on this freaking stupid ass earth. This rock that, yeah. It's like, Nickmercs, I'm not going to apologize, okay? What I saw, that tweet, if that's all the information we had, that was rough. I still stand by it. But now that we have more added context, I can safely say that I feel a lot better about the situation. I'll bet there's still some questions. Anyway, as a peace offering, okay, between anybody who's still fighting the comments, I bring to you the ultimate peacemaker. That's right, I bring to you Indi. He was mid-slumber, sleeping. Hey, buddy. I woke you up here to bring peace, okay? Bring all the people who are fighting in the chat, in the comments below. Bring them all together, okay? This is this is how we create unity. Through love and Indi kisses, okay? All right. Seriously, guys, I would like all forms of opinions to kind of exist here in a way where we come together and we don't divide. I don't want to create that kind of channel. There's a lot of things that I can do. I can talk about politics and I can push agendas all day to get more viewers and bases and all of that, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna let him go because he wants to go because yeah, there's the indie offering. I will never talk about politics ever again. Psych! I lied. What's going on here? Former President Donald Trump is now under arrest and booked on federal charges. Bro, he got officially arrested. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the 37 charges brought against him. God dang, bro. Okay. 37? Okay, what did he do? I just kind of just want to know just like the TLDR of Trump getting arrested. What does it mean? I feel like it's not going to mean anything. Like if you arrest a former president in this country, I feel like it's just going to be like, we're going to let you go. I don't think there's no way that this man is ever going to be like behind bars, right? That would never happen. Right? Former President Donald Trump was placed under arrest by deputy U.S. Marshals, and his booking process and that of his aide and co-defendant Walt Nuanta has been completed. CNN reports from inside the courthouse. The Marshals are expected to take electronic copies of his fingerprints at some point during today's proceedings. They are not expected to take a mugshot of Trump, given his recognizability. What? No Trump mugshot? Oh, man, bro. Yo, I feel like he should get the mugshot. That will go hard. If anything, he will probably get more support if he gets the mugshot, right? Like, I feel like it will go more hard. Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty to 37 charges related to alleged mishandling of classified documents. The indictment comes after more than 100 documents with classified markings were found at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in August 2022. So my man is getting arrested because he had classified documents just chilling at his pad? That's wild. The details of the charges are 31 counts of willful retention of national defense information, 1 count of conspiracy to obstruct justice, 1 count of withholding a document or record, 1 count of corruptly concealing a document or record, 1 count of concealing a document in a federal investigation, 1 count of scheme to conceal, and 1 count of false statements and representations. What was he trying to hide? What was he scheming? What was he doing? Donald Trump stored, showed off, and refused to return top secret and classified docs. The judge imposed 0 travel restrictions despite the fact that Donald Trump has his own private jet. Reality winner took a single doc, was arrested, and served 4 years in prison. I don't think Donald Trump is fleeing the country. It's Donald Trump. He's still going to probably run for president. I don't think we need to worry about that. But apparently, he got no arrest, no mugshot, Sally, no bond, no bail, didn't surrender passport, and no travel restrictions of any kind. So yeah, I'm confused because it says here there was no arrest, but I just read somewhere else that he was arrested. It just sounds like he's just facing these charges that are felony for holding these classified docs. And yeah, that's it. You know, I'll let you guys know if there's many updates with Donald Trump. Does he beat the charges or not? So Charms and a lot of you guys said Colleen Ballinger grooming minors. Okay, I said that I was going to do an independent video on this on Tuesday. And when I started looking into it just a little bit, I'm going to be completely frank, I got completely checked out. I was like, wow, this is a rabbit hole that I don't know if I really feel like going down because I can't believe this stuff has happened. If you guys don't know, there's a YouTuber by the name of Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, and she's getting blasted almost similar to the concept of Illuminaughtii in terms of her interactions with her community and minors specifically. So I'm just Xander kind of reached out to me and said, hey, Omni, if you want to know everything about the Colleen thing, I'll let you know. So I kind of like this. Gave me a basically a TLDR along with some links that we can kind of look at as well. Like a nice little deep dive where we can kind of learn it together. I kind of like this actually. It reads, Adam McIntyre made a video 3 years ago, okay, saying that Colleen was being weird with him as a minor at 15 to 17. Colleen made a video saying that it wasn't like what he was making it seem, so everyone turned against him and made him seem like the bad guy. Ooh, so it's a situation like Illuminaughtii, except for Colleen wins, the bad ending. Cold E-Rants made a video vindicating Adam's story now in 2023, showcasing screenshots of Colleen asking Adam if he was a virgin and what his favorite sexual position was. Oh, snap. Wait a minute. Cody Rance was sitting on this information for that long? Okay. All right. That's bad. You don't ask your your community those type of questions. Adam then responded with proof of him having a long friendship with Colleen while he was a minor. She used him to come up with tweets for her Miranda Sings account for years, with trauma dump about her ex-husband, and staged a meetup where she actually ended up leaving Adam, a minor, stranded in England by himself until his mom could pick him up. What? What? Okay, what? What? Then Colleen's ex-assistant Johnny came forward how her ex-husband approached him at 15 years old, got him to work for free. And how Colleen's best friend Corey DeSoto emotionally abused him for years. Johnny went on Miranda Sings tour. He had to sleep on the bus. He wasn't allowed to have a hotel room. He wasn't allowed to poop. What? Oh my God. Holy moly. He wasn't allowed to poop. What is going on, dog? Guys, I feel like this whole Illuminati drama, there was so much absurdity, like, right? And I feel like now I'm in like Illuminati 2.0, another universe. What did this Colleen girl do? She didn't allow somebody to poop? There's no way. There's no way that someone is saying you can't poop, okay? And he was constantly berated by Corey, and the whole family watched it and did nothing. Now, even more people are coming out and speaking about how Colleen was weird with them, and even Colleen's brother was in minors' DMs as young as 13, calling them cute. What? Colleen had a brother who was... This was a family grooming thing? Oh my, this was a family grooming business. And I'm not talking about dogs or pets. Like, oh my God. So that's the TLDR. Xander also gave me a bunch of links, a bunch of videos that this would be an absolute freaking huge deep dive. I'm actually, I kind of want to turn this into a stream, maybe even like a YouTube stream. I've been thinking about YouTube stream. I feel like it would be really fun to not fun. Okay. It's not fun, like looking into old grooming stuff, but in terms of like content that is like very, very, very huge that could not be covered in one video. I feel like it's like a good kind of like deep dive type stream. Thread compiling relevant information about why Colleen Ballinger and her family plus Corey are awful and don't deserve a platform. Also, if anyone wants their experience added to or deleted from this thread, let me know. I'm sorry to all the victims of this family, okay? Just want to make sure there are specific victims, okay? I'm looking and deep diving, fun, okay? But not deep diving about this subject, okay? Let me just make it very clear, okay? I'm not getting off on this, all right? The thread talks about Adam's relationship with Colleen, Adam debunking Colleen's lies in her ode apology video, a creepy voice message that Corey DeSoto sent to his minor friends. What? That Corey sent? Okay, now I want to see this creepy message. It's only a minute long. I want to see it.
Hey everyone, it's Corey. I just wanted to record a voice memo because I have like a lot to say. But first of all, I just want to say that like I love all of you. Like you all honestly mean so much to me.
Oh my God.
You have no idea. I know that it sounds weird because I'm a full-grown adult and some of you are younger.
Oh my God.
Blah blah blah.
Oh
but
my God.
like I honestly think of all of you like as my best friends. Like I don't have friends.
Oh
and
God.
I'm a loner and I'm a loser. Like my only friend is Colleen.
Oh my God.
And like it's so comforting to like go online and talk to you guys and feel like loved and cared about because I love and care about all of you.
Okay. Bro, grown ass man making a parasocial video talking about how he has no friends and he enjoys talking to his much younger fan base. Like, what?
And I trust you, and like I like with all my friends I vent to you, and when I'm angry and I feel better and I feel comforted by you all, and I hope that I can do the same for you. But like this whole thing with Krista has just escalated into something really bad.
Bro, why are you talking to super young people and venting to... Why is an adult making a public statement to his younger fan base talking about how he enjoys having conversations and venting? That's weird. That is weird. If I need to vent, I am not going to talk to 13, 15, 17-year-olds if I am an adult. That is Oh my God, that's weird. Then it said Corey deleting all his replies and deactivating his account. Corey DeZotto currently going through and deleting thousands of tweets in which he's talking to underage fans, as he's now lying that he's never engaged with them. Oh my God, guys, this is wait a minute, thousands of tweets? He's wiping his account of every action publicly he ever had with me, and he's been caught lying. Oh my God. There is no way that you have thousands of tweets interacting with minors inappropriately. There's no way. Another one's Corey's group chat. Here's Corey threatening members of the group chat Corey's killed. He was in, by the way, about them spreading the inappropriate messages he was partaking in. Corey, you are a creepy effing man who will get what is coming to him. And it says, I swear to the Lord, if I find out you leaked this info to your friends, I will block you forever. There's an Amma here and Ask Me Anything from someone who was in Corey's GC. Honestly, all the Amma from this Reddit are helpful. This one says, this page has SS from Colleen's group chat. Reminder, most of the fans in this GC were minors at the time. And it reads, the age range of fans was 12 to 17, and with a few fans over 18, Colleen frequently interacted in this chat and formed a very strong parasocial relationship with these fans. The Weenies chat was renamed several times, which can be seen in the screenshots. Colleen was added to this private group chat and began interacting with these fans. The Weenies fans are considered to be at the top of the fan hierarchy. I'm losing it, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm losing it. What in the ham fat am I looking at right now? Bro, I've been debating posting this picture, but this was me on stage. She encouraged her fans to wear revealing clothing so we would get called on stage, and then she exploited us and our bodies for her own gain. So yeah, I'm okay with calling her. What the? Wait a minute. What kind of content is this, dog? What is she doing? And to be honest, I keep scrolling down, guys. It doesn't end. It's a never-ending thread of all that. What is this? Colleen Ballinger making sexual gestures with the end of the microphone into her sister's mouth while Parker's nephew watches on her lap. And to comment, I feel like Parker learned a lot from his aunts that. Oh my. Oh, okay. Oh my, what in the world, dog? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm kind of losing my composure. What? There's so much information here. There's so much. What is going on? God damn. And she's still trending. Like, I remember this got brought up about 2 weeks ago, maybe. And now, it's even to this day, the Weenies group chat consisting of mostly 13 and 17-year-olds I was a part of with Colleen all had an inside joke. Colleen started to do with periods or something. And she sent us this video, and all of us had to go out and buy tampons and reenact it for the group chat. It was so weird. What is she? Bro!
I swear I'm not high.
I guess I should have talked about this from the beginning, but this is Colleen Ballinger's Twitter. She has 1.6 million subscribers. She's huge. She's been around since March 2011. Like, what? Where's her YouTube channel? Dog. She has 10.7 million subscribers. Oh my God. Oh my. I thought this was just kind of like some weird person with like no. What is going on? I am going through some emotions here, bro. What in the world? Last video she made was 8 days ago. What is going on, bro? This is wild. Came to see if Colleen's made any statements, like on Twitter at least. She has had nothing to say. She hasn't posted all year, actually. Her last post was December 16th, 2022. She's not active on Twitter.
Every time it rains, it leaks, just like a teenage girl's vagina. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. It leaks so much like a little girl's creases when she watching me. Like a little girl's creases when she's watching those strange little boys on Musical.ly. I can't believe I just said that.
She's a grown ass woman. She's 36. That video was like 6 years ago. She was 30 talking. I'm going through it. I'm going through the emotions. I'm going through it, y'all. I don't really get flabbergasted, I would say, like very often, but oh my God, where is she? why isn't she responding? I guess she hasn't made a video in 8 days. She said anything about any of this? Like, she just keeps getting exposed, and more people keep coming out talking about how she was very, very freaking weird with minors. And then her brother was also in on it as well. What the? I don't know what to say, guys. That's the Colleen Ballinger situation in a nutshell. There's more information. You guys let me know how you want me to handle this, okay? What do you want me to do? Because what do you want me to do? Do you want more information? Do you want a deep dive? Do you want to get the full story? What is it that I'm supposed to do here? Because I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where this ends. It's still continuing. This is a really, really bad situation. I for the first time in a very long time, I am at a loss of words. I'm not exactly sure what to say. Sorry guys, your favorite or maybe unfavorite segment is here. Another freaking Illuminati update. It's like DLC. Okay, it's the drama that never ends, and for whatever reason, it's getting worse. Like, it keeps hitting the bottom, and I'm thinking like, this is it. And then the last time we talked about the situation, we talked about this YouTuber named Swoop. She did a full video talking about the entire, Illuminati situation. She's getting canceled for I'm not going to explain why. You probably know by this point. I made like 50 million videos on it, but that was the last update where her ex speaks out. She had found a video. Her ex had talked about Illuminati in a very bad way. But now apparently Illuminati is sending out more cease and desist. Oz Media said the Illuminati sent a physical cease and desist to my dad's address as well. What? One I haven't lived at in 3 years, which she would know because I still live in the house we shared. Trying to scare my dad? ? You're forcing my hand here, something I initially didn't want to do. Why is she sending cease and desist letters to not only Oz, not only Wonderstruck, but to her dad's address? Like, what is she thinking? What is she trying to do, dog? And according to Cup of G, apparently Illuminati has now set up a backup channel and is apparently planning on hiring voiceovers created around the start of this whole drama. She knew the ship might sink. So she's got a backup plan where she's going to keep making and monetizing off her own content by getting other people to... Illuminati, you still got the triangle. We still know it's you, dog. We still know that you're going to be profiting just because you put someone else's voice on here. What am I looking at? Welcome to the Prism of the Past, a channel shining a light on the dark and twisted corners of history. We will be delving into the good, the bad, and the downright ridiculous parts of human history, bringing you the stories and the facts that your history teacher may have left out. But fair warning, you may never see history the same way again, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey through the prism of the past. Hey, that's my saying. That's what I say. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and yeah, allow me to lay it on you. I'm about to copyright strike her. I'm about to sue her. Nah, I'm not going to sue her. She got more money than me. Top of that, Illuminati has been getting sponsors dropped left and right. Somebody reached out and said, hey, I'd like to reach out about a YouTuber that abuses their employees and is another scandal's name. I don't think you should give a sponsor to someone like that. And then ExpressVPN said, hello, thanks for your message. I can share that while we worked briefly with this influencer earlier in the year, we are no longer working with them. We appreciate you taking the time to write about this. So she just lost ExpressVPN. They are gunning for her money, dog. They even got Stitch Fix said you should stop sponsoring Illuminati since she's likely to bully her friends into silence. Stitch Fix said, hey, thank you for bringing this to our attention. The actions of this creator do not align with the Stitch Fix values, and we have stopped all advertising on their platforms. Thank you again for flagging. Oh my God, they're going after her wallet. Oh my God. They even got Factor, the company that I've been sponsored by Factor. They deliver the meals. It's really tasty and everything. Someone said they came forward to talk about it and they said, hey, Isabel, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We have stopped working with this creator and will not be working with them in the future. So everyone's gunning for every sponsor. Oh my Jesus, this downfall. Guys, like, I know we keep talking about it. I know we keep giving updates, but it honestly just keeps getting worse. How much worse can it get? Like, how much further of a hole can she continue to dig? Because it seems like all of this is being done by her own volition. All she had to do is say sorry. That's it. Their first exposed video or whatever about Legal Eagle, all she had to say was, I'm sorry. I thought it was one thing. It was another thing. And that's it. and it just business as usual, homie. But no, bro. And then she tried to cancel Sad Milk, and now she's going after cease and desist and legal and lawyers, and now she's losing her sponsors. Every time she tries to make the situation better for her, it ends up becoming worse, and it just never stops. Like this, I don't know if she's going to make another video, but I'm speechless. Again, I usually don't get speechless like this, but I don't know what else to add to the situation outside the fact that Illuminaughtii is just cooked, and she's burnt at this point. I know some of you guys are tired of hearing it, but I just to be honest, man, like I'm just trying to see how far a creator can continue to fall. It's like a train wreck, right? You're watching the collision and then it collides, and then somehow the train continues to make the collision worse. Like the accident has already happened. The crash is already there. Like, but it still keeps getting freaking worse. Now it's driving itself off a cliff. I'm not sure. Then it's going to go to the gates of hell and Diablo. Like what happens next? I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted though. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been thinking about joining YouTube, this might be the perfect opportunity for you to do so. Skittles, a lot of you guys want to talk about this. Just really quickly, YouTube actually having a rare W4 once. If you guys didn't know, YouTube lowered the requirements to join the partner program. The partner program is a program that allows you to join YouTube and start making money. But you can't just jump on YouTube and make money immediately. You have to meet certain requirements in order to do so, which is streaming a certain amount of time, uploading a certain amount of videos, yada, yada. And usually it can take quite a while for a new person to reach these numbers. However, they have lowered the limit to 500 subscribers, 3 public uploads in the last 90 days, and 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views in 90 days. This is great because if you're a person who wants to focus on shorts, sometimes you can't hit those watch hours because it's hard to get watch time on short topic videos. You might get more views, but you don't get the watch time. So they're also saying that if you get a certain amount of views with shorts within 90 days, they're basically making it a lot easier for people to come onto this platform and make money. So if you've ever thought about making a YouTube channel, now and again, these new requirements make it even more easier for you to do so. And if you guys do want to do YouTube and you kind of want some help, again, I have a Patreon here on my Omniverse tier. It's almost filled up. Like that was really fast, 26 out of 30 patrons, where I talk about money, fitness, and YouTube in grave detail. So the combination of you being able to get into YouTube plus me talking about how you can do YouTube and do it better, hey, sounds like a good deal to me. Patreon.com/InfernalOmni. Only 4 slots left if you guys want to get in. So a lot of you guys want me to talk about this clip that's been floating around. Old Man Gibu said Twitch's creative director harassing a streamer into ending his stream because he was saying that Twitch is unfair to the community. It's a popular clip of the week, you want to call it. I'll just go ahead and play the clip and we'll react to it.
I love you, but I would also love to talk to you one-on-one one time. The but is that I think you have a lot of good ideas, but you're missing so much. No is saying you're wrong about anything. Maybe, is that no one? Is that a typo? No one's saying you're wrong about anything. You just have so many assumptions that are way off. No one's saying you're wrong about anything. You just have so many assumptions that are wrong. I don't understand those 2 sentences going side by side. I mean, I love you guys over at Twitch.
It contradicts.
No hate over here, but we're all frustrated. And honestly, coming into a stream and saying, sorry, man, you're wrong, doesn't fix anything. I'm happy to be told I'm wrong. I'm not upset about it, but I know a lot of people making assumptions are making wrong guesses. Talk to people, be open about stuff, and fix stuff. Again, not saying you're wrong. Not saying you're wrong, but then a minute and a half ago you said you just have so many assumptions that are way off.
I don't know if this person knows how to English, but quite literally saying one thing, but then saying the opposite in the next sentence here.
How do you say I'm way off, but then you say I'm not saying you're wrong? That's what that said. And I'm happy to be wrong.
You are.
But if you think I'm wrong, just tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me I'm wrong and then say I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah. Seriously, again, no one said you were wrong about anything. You did. You said his assumptions were way off. That is literally the definition of wrong. I don't understand why we're arguing semantics, though. You can have opinions, and those are fine. That's the classic backpedal to say, I'm not saying you're wrong, you just have a different opinion.
Seth, I don't understand why we're having this conversation. If Twitch is trying to fix its appearance with streamers.
This is terrible.
Like, you can't come into a streamer's chat, hijack their entire stream, tell them, you didn't say the word wrong, but you said you're way off, which is synonymous with you're wrong,
right.
And then argue with me when I said I'm fine with being wrong, said nobody told you you're wrong. You literally told me I was wrong. Stop telling me you didn't say. I have a chat history.
Why is this person even in his chat in the first place? Like, imagine, like, this is for PR, right? Just because you are a moderator or your staff doesn't mean you can come into people's Twitch streams and like argue with them and be like, hey. Like, unless Seth Hendrick is some kind of like PR person who talks about the connections between, like, you know, Twitch streamers and the staff itself, which I don't think they are. Like, this is this is the worst way that you can basically say. It's like, hey, we're talking about the problems, and someone's saying, nah, your assumptions way off.
We saw that you said that. And again, it's fine. Like, I'm trying to drop the conversation. It's just weird that now you're like hijacking my chat and making this weird. Like, I want to end my stream right now because I feel so uncomfortable with being gaslit by a Twitch chat, by Twitch staff on my live stream. Like, what is happening here? I just banned him.
I don't think it's gaslighting. It's just
wait,
someone being
stupid.
stupid.
Can I not ban you? I hit the ban button and then you chatted again anyway. Can you? You cannot ban staff. Oh my gosh. You tried to ban me? Of course I tried to ban you. Anybody would get...
And you tried to ban me. Wow. Capital. He literally knows now that he does not want to talk to you anymore. He's just like, get out. Get out. And now he's still talking, like circumventing the ban. Like, at this point, dog, like now you're just harassing the person. Now you're just being freaking annoying.
Banned for doing what you're doing right now. This is so weird. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. I love you guys. I can't focus right now. I got
nothing really much to add about this, just Twitch being Twitch. Guys, okay? For those of you who kind of want to know what I've been watching, my anime and everything, Peak Land Saga, also known as Vinland Saga, Season 2 is about to come to an end. No spoilers, I won't say anything, but oh my freaking God. It's so good. It's my favorite anime of the season. I mean, there's a lot of good animes that are out right now in this season. There's Oshinoko, there's Mashal, there's Yamada, Level 99, there's Demon Slayer. There's a lot of good anime out to watch, if in case you haven't watched it this spring. But I think Vinland Saga Season 2 has been one of my favorite anime seasons. It's definitely up there, probably my top 10. It's been so good. It's about to come to an end. I might do like an anime review of it on like my Patreon or something like that, but I love this freaking anime so much. If you want to look, just watch it. Okay. This is one of those ones where I say, I think that you should watch it. It's good. It's high quality. I'm sad to see it go, but as long as there's a season 3, I'll be happy. So I was going to talk about this on Monday, but we ran out of time. I might run out of time here, but let's just throw it in here. Okay. Hammy said lots of Persona 3 fans are upset about this new remake taking away elements from the portable and the FES version and then getting rid of the FEMC, which is known as the female main character. So again, this is a response to a tweet. If you guys don't know, the basic concept of the Persona 3 remake was to remake the Persona 3. We don't have the FES and portable contents included. Persona 3 is being remade, but it's just weird because, like, if you guys don't know, the way that it works with Persona being one of the most popular RPGs in terms of just, well, in gaming history, Persona 3 was one of the big ones that made Persona so popular. So it's a very important franchise. Persona 3 then made a follow-up game called FES, where they basically improved the game and gave it quality of life aspects and made graphics look good and fights better. Just a better Persona, right? And then they also added a female main character as well. They basically made the game better. And then they made a remake here called Persona 3 Reload, where they're just going back to the OG one, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you made a game and then you optimized it to be like at its best, then remake the optimized version that includes all of the best aspects of it. I think it's kind of weird to remake just the OG version, because then what they're gonna do, Persona 3 Reload, but then optimize later on again? It seems like a cash grab at this point. Also, quick update with the Capcom Cup showcase that I streamed on Twitch. It was one of the freaking worst showcases I have ever seen. Okay, one of the worst ones I have ever seen, I think, in the entirety history of showcases. Everything that they made and showed in videos could have been a tweet. Okay, but there was some good news. Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, a trilogy, is coming in 2024. So if you haven't played the Phoenix Wright series, there's about 6 games. The first one being with Phoenix Wright. He's the Ace Attorney. And then there's the Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. There's 3 more games that came out a long time ago. And now they're saying they're going to release it for Steam and PlayStation and all the systems for you to play, but it's coming early next year. I don't know why it's not available now. Like, we're never getting a new Phoenix Wright. And all of these other games that they did show, it was like 30-minute presentations. I felt trapped. They would not stop explaining the game. And for some reason, I feel like these people don't understand that the more you try to convince me to play a game, the more you talk about it, the more I don't want to play it, okay? Give me a 15 to 30 second teaser and then just like, and then leave it out. Put all the best stuff in 30 seconds and be like, this is the release date. And I'll be like, fine, sure, I'll play it. But when you spend 30 minutes trying to convince me to play a game and tell me all the aspects, I'm done. It was a terrible, terrible showcase. But all right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. This might be a huge, big, chunky wongy. So thanks for making it to the end. If you did, just drop a like. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. I love y'all. Take it easy. Stay safe on them streets. This episode was an absolute wild ride. I am tired, okay? So I'm going to catch y'all later. Deuces.